What's up, guys? My name is Michael Lin. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to upsolve round Codeforces 671. I know it's kind of strange that I haven't been uploading at this time, but yeah, I have not been uploading at all recently, mainly because I haven't live streaming at all. I'm trying to fix my sleep schedule and having really bad problems with waking up early because of this whole coronavirus thing. All the classes are online, stuff like that. But yeah, right now we're back. I normally don't live stream at 5 p.m. It's probably way early for you guys. Probably super duper early. I don't know how early it is for you guys. Let's see. What time is it in India right now? I want to see what time. Oh, it is 2:30 a.m. for you guys. Wow, this is a terrible time to be live streaming for you guys. But anyway, I need to so I did pretty bad this round. Codeforces 671. The reason why is because I just woke up super duper early, and I could not actually solve these problems because I was just super duper tired. Okay, but now we have the editorial, so I'm going to upsolve this. So I'm going to upsolve this problem, and then we'll see how to do it. So basically, you have they want to play team matches of a game. So the problem is this. There's team matches of a game. Raise and Breach want to play these matches of a game. In each T-digit matches of the game, a positive integer is generated. It consists of n digits. Let's see. Probably Big Mac. Big Mac? Big Mac, yeah. Thanks. So it contains n digits. The digits of this integer are numerated from 1 to n, from the highest order digit to the lowest order digit. After this integer is announced, the match starts. Agents plays in turns. You start in one turn. You could choose an unmarked digit and mark it. Raises can choose digits on odd positions, but can't choose digits on even positions. Breach can choose digits on even positions, but can't choose digits on odd positions. So when the match ends, when there's only one unmarked digit left, if the single last digit is odd, then Raise wins. Otherwise, Breach wins. Okay. So I could not solve this problem. I actually thought that. So originally, I thought that if you were to just let me just get my pen real quick and show you guys what my original thought process was, and it actually did not work. And I'll see the editorial and see how they actually just did it. But yeah, I tried many different things to try to solve this problem. I tried sorting. I did a lot of other things, but I'll explain my thought process and what I thought about doing this problem and why it did not work, and then we'll try to implement their solution. All right. So first, let me get the tablet to write this on. Whoops. My bad, guys. So yeah, let's do this. Hold up, real quick. Okay, so yeah. Okay, so let's just write this down and let's just draw these problems out and then see what I did wrong and why it didn't work. So my thought process was, because we have R, Raise, and then we have Breach, right? And R can only remove odd positions, and Breach can only remove even positions, right? So these are the two even positions. So these are the two people that are playing this game. Right, and we have even positions, odd positions, right? We have a number named that has n digits. We have a digit named n. There's just a number of digits, yeah. So we have a number, n, contains some amount of digits. Let's say it contains n digits. So they want to remove each digit ability to make a turn. In the end, if the last digit is odd, then Raise wins, otherwise Breach wins, right? So we're going to remove a digit one digit from each of these, right? So let's say I have 102, right? So the number of digits is 3, right? These are the number of digits in this number. And if I were to remove all the odd digits, and raise begins first, right? R begins first, raise begins first, right? He begins first. So, and they're numbered from 1, 2, and 3. So if raise begins first, let's say he removes the last digit because this is an odd position. So he removes this 2. Then B goes. He could only remove an even position. So B goes, removes this even position, which is 2. So he removes this 0. And then we have 1, which is an odd number, and that's left. So that's why 302 gives you 1. Okay, so 1 is an odd number that's left. So 302, this 102, right? 102 gives you raise wins. Raise wins. Raise wins because last digit is odd. So raise wins if last digit is odd. Otherwise, breach wins. Right? So that's basically the gist of this problem. So originally what I thought you could just go through, if you're going to keep removing, odd goes first, right? If R goes first, originally what I thought is if R always goes first, right? And he only removes the odd digit. Well, if you're going to remove the odd digit first and then even, then odd and even, given if we have an odd number of digits, your last number is just going to be this number, right? The first digit. And if that's odd, then you could just check if that's odd. If that's odd, then raise wins. Otherwise, breach wins, right? And I also thought that if you had like an even number of digits, so let's say you had 2069, right? So there's 4 digits here, right? There's even number of digits, 4 digits here. And R goes first, and then B goes first. So if R goes first, he's going to remove the 3. If B goes first, he's going to remove at position 4, so there's 9. If B goes second, he goes into the at 9. Then if R goes first, he's going to remove position 1. Then B goes, so then the last digit is going to be at position 2. So then you would have even. It'll just be even, right? So if you keep doing this over and over again, I always thought that if you keep removing it, you're going to end up at the second position, right? The second position. If the number of digits are even, you're at the second position, you just have to check if this is odd or even, right? In the end, you'll just be at the second position. So you just check if it's odd or even. And that actually did not work. So let's actually look at the editorial on why the editorial says that this doesn't work. So they're saying is that, let's say that digits on odd positions are blue and digits on even positions are red, right? So what they're saying is that now let's say we have 2069, right? And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're going to label all the ones odd with an R and then even with a B, right? So we're going to have RB, RB, okay? Now, if n is even, the remaining digit will be red. Okay, so if n is even, the remaining digit will be red. Yeah, so if n is even, you remain blue, red. If n is even, the remaining digit will be red. How's that so? Why would the remaining digit be red? Wait, 2069. Let's look at 2069. Your remaining digit will be red. Why would it be red? So if you remove 3 and then remove 4, move 1, your remaining digit should be blue, right? Hold up. If n is even, the remaining digit will be red. If there is at least one even red digit, then breach wins. Mark all digits except the one that will remain in the end. In other case, raise wins because any digit that may remain is odd. If n is odd, the remaining digit will be blue. If there is at least one odd digit, then raise wins. Oh, wait, they're saying... Oh, wait, they're saying... Okay, my bad, my fault. My fault, guys. Okay, so they're saying is that let's label them the opposite colors. So they're saying RB, right? They are saying that let's label the digits on odd positions are blue and digits on even are red. So odd positions are blue, even are red. This is kind of opposite with what the actual problem statement said, because the problem statement said R can only choose an odd position, but can't not choose even positions to remove. This is kind of opposite. Okay. Now, if n is even, the remaining digit will be red. If n is even, the remaining digit will be red. 3, then 4. So we're going with 3. We move an odd position, then an even position, then an odd. Yeah, the remaining position will be red. Now, if there is at least one even red digit, then breach wins. If there is at least one even red digit, okay, so this digit is even red digit, so that means breach wins. Okay, so then B wins. Okay, so I'm guessing the reason why they labeled it blue red is because that's going to be the next person's turn, right? So if red removes 3, right, then it's going to be blue's turn, right? It'll be blue's turn. So if we're going to say the digits are, let's say the digits on odd position are blue and digits on even positions are red, and as even, the remaining digit will be red. If there's at least one even red digit, then breach wins. You can mark all digits except the one that will remain in the end. So if there's at least one even red digit, you can mark all digits except the one that will remain in the end. So if it's all even digits, you can mark all red digits, and the last one, if there's at least one even red digit, then breach wins. You can mark all digits except the one that will remain in the end. So one even digit. You can mark all red digits besides the one. Mark all digits except the one that will remain in the end. So breach wins. So breach would win if the last digit is even. Remember, breach wins if last digit is even. Red wins when the last digit is odd. Right? Okay, so if in other case, raise wins because any digit that may remain is odd. Okay, so if there's at least one even digit, then breach wins. We can mark all digits except the one that will remain in the end. If there's at least one even red digit, breach wins. Yes. In other case, raise wins because any digit that will remain is odd. So if there was an odd digit here, so maybe it's like 1, 3, 5, 7, right? And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4. And we mark all these B, R, B, R. And then we remove 3, 4, 1. In the end, we have to check if this is the odd, right? So if this is odd, then if it's odd, then raise wins. Yeah, raise would win. Okay. If n is odd, the remaining digit will be blue. If there's at least one blue odd digit, then raise wins. Use the same strategy, apply her. Why do we label them blue in the exact opposite positions, though? That's a big question. Let's see. Yeah. Problem A was very, very difficult for many. Yeah. Size of the number is not given, so you cannot store using int. You cannot store it. You try using a string input number A. I don't know what that means. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so let's just code this up now. Let's do this. Okay. So I'm trying to make sense of this editorial. What I don't get is why to the odd and even positions with red and blue. Maybe I'll ask that question because I feel this is kind of strange. For problem A, why did you switch B to be odd positions and R to be even positions? Isn't that the opposite? The problem statement? Did I just lose my internet connection? You guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? Not sure. Anyone in the chat? No one's in the chat. It's okay, guys. Okay. Huh. Very strange. Okay, let's just code this up. Okay, so we have N and S, and then now we need to check. We have to label the ones with RB, BR, BR, BR. So we're gonna do like another string. Let's call it X, and we'll do for I equals 0, I is less than N, I plus plus. Let's do like long. Yep, and then what we're gonna do is we're gonna do if I is mod 2 is equal to 0, then we're gonna do X plus equal to a B. Otherwise, do X plus equal to A. And we need to do this. I think it's like this. I don't know if I don't remember what the position was, but we'll check that later. So it's B and then A, B, A, B, A, B, A. So now we need to check if there's at least one even red digit, then breach wins. So if we're gonna go through the let's go through here again. Okay, and then we're gonna go through here, and then we're gonna go through here. We're gonna go through here, and then yeah. So if it's even, if there's at least one even red digit, then breach wins. So if n is odd, okay. So we're going to check if n is odd and 1 red, then breach wins. So if s at I, str at I is odd, let's change it to cast it to a digit by subtracting it to its numerical value. If it's odd, then what we're going to do is we are going to at least one red digit that's odd. We're gonna subtract it, yeah. So we're gonna check if there's at least one. If there's at least one even red digit, then breach wins. So if there's even red digits and x at I minus 0 is even, then breach wins. So we just do cout two wins and then return. Break cout 2 wins. Actually, we should have 1 wins equal to true. We should just say 1 wins equal to false and break. 1 wins, false, break. Break. All right. Okay. This is assuming that if n is even, the remaining digit will be red. If there's at least 1 red digit, then breach wins. Okay. So if n is even, so this one we have to check if n mod 2 is even. Then we do this, right? If it's even, 1 wins is equal false, break. Then we just have to do if 1 wins, then cout 1, otherwise cout 2. Okay. Otherwise, we have to check. In the other case, raise wins because the digit may remain be odd. If n is odd, the remaining digit will be blue. If there's at least 1 odd blue digit, then raise wins. Okay, so let's see. Blue raise wins. Okay, so raise wins equal to true. Then we have to check if there is at least 1 odd digit. So if for I equals less than n, I plus plus. If s at I, subtract by 0. Mod 2 is equal to 0. Str equal to 0. Then raise wins. So then raise equal to blue. If there's at least 1 odd digit, then raise wins. Okay. So otherwise, so this is actually supposed to be breach wins. Breach wins is true. Breach wins equal to false. Break. So there's at least 1 even digit. Then raise wins. So this is actually not an odd digit. And it has to be blue. So we have to do and str at I is equal to a blue. Yep. Okay, now if breach wins, then cout 1. No, cout 2. Otherwise, cout 1. Yeah. Okay. Ideally, this should work. Let's just go down here. Let's see. Let's see, what are we going to do? Okay, so we have through 4, 1, 2. Let's see, we have 4, 1, 2. Let's see if how many should have B. Yep, that's true. Should print out 2, which is right. Okay, let's look at another one. Let's actually look at something larger, like 4, 42069, 42069. So we add B, add A, add B, add A. Okay. So 2 wins. Is that the same, right? That's right. Okay. All right. Now let's actually just submit this and see where this takes us. And we'll be on our way. Wrong answer on 1. What is the problem? 2, 2, 2, 2. 1 should give us 3. 1, 3 should give us 1. Let's see. 1, 3 should give us 1. Oh, what the? ST or I did something stupid here. This should be an A. X. No, what is X? Should be an A. X should be equal to an A, which is A, like that. Yeah. And now, what is the problem? Okay, now we're going to try it again. Okay, let's see. Still wrong. Okay, what is the problem now? 2, 2, 2, 2. Okay, so we still have a problem with the beginning one. Let's just see what that is. 1, 3 should give us 1. So if n is even, the remaining digit will be red. If there's at least 1 even red digit, then breach wins. Ah, it should be R. Whoops. Alright, guys. Now it should work. Now it should work. Should work now. Okay. And still wrong. What is the problem? Okay. Let's see. 1, 3. We should have 1 and then 3. So let's see of the code. What is the problem? Okay, so if we have 4, 1, 2, 1, 3. So if we do 4 and then 1, 3. B. Ah, I said A. It should be R. Maybe that won't work actually. Let's see. Still wrong. Okay. What is the problem? Why is it should be X. My fault. I'm making so many careless mistakes. So many careless mistakes. And now we are going to check this, see if did this work? Yeah, I got A seed. All right, now big question is, why did they switch the 2? If the digits on odd position are blue, if n is even, the remaining red digit will be red. If there's at least 1 even red digit, then breach wins. Even red digit. I'm guessing because like when you remove something, it's the other person's turn. Right? So if we have like if we have 2069, right? So I'm gonna explain why they do this way. So like if we have 2, 0, 6, 9, and 1, 2, 3, 4. So remember, R can only remove odd positions. B can only remove even. So if we label this, instead of label it the opposite direction, so label this as BR, right? So when you remove an odd position, when raise starts, when R starts, this is going to get removed, right? 3 is going to get removed. So then the next position that can remove is going to be even. So does this become 209? I think 209. Let's say 1, 2, 3. And then you remove an even position. Oh no, that doesn't make any sense. Maybe it has to do with, yeah, I think it just has to do with the next position. Because if R starts first, he removes this. Next, you could possibly remove is I'm not sure why they labeled it the opposite positions. RB, BR, BR. We're gonna have to think about that. Gonna have to think about that. Let's see. No one's in the chat right now, so it's okay. It's okay, guys. It's okay. It is fine that we are only watching ourselves. Okay. But anyway, let's look at the next problem, which I did not get to solve, and we'll try to solve that. And yeah. So we have staircases. You're going to go as high as possible. If the staircase is n stairs, then it is made of n columns. The first column is 1 cell, the second one's 2, third one's n. So summation from 1, 2, 3 up to n, right? That'll be the number of cells that are in here. Yeah, that'll be a number of cells because 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Staircase n is called nice if it can be covered by n disjoint squares made of cells. N disjoint squares made of cells. All squares should fully consist of cells of a staircase. Excuse me. We also have to do an at coder tomorrow. I think there's an at coder contest tomorrow. Got to keep doing these contests. Got to keep upsolving. Otherwise, we're not going to improve. Did I register for this? Did? Oh yeah, I already registered for it. ACL contest 1. Yeah. Yep. Okay. Yeah. If the staircase is n stairs, then it's made n columns. Okay. Staircase with n stairs is called nice if it may be covered by n disjoint squares made of cells. So in this case, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. 32? 32 is divisible by, is nice because it could be covered by n disjoint squares made of cells. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Huh. Okay. So if you were to find the largest possible square you could make here, which is like 4 square, right? 5 squares would be too much. Yeah, 5 squares would be too much. 5 square, because we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Wait, hold up. Let's summation from 1 to 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, let's see. Summation 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5. 6 plus 7. It's 28. Okay, so 28 is divisible by 7, right? 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Yeah. 4 and yeah, okay. So there's 28 squares. The maximum you could do is 4. So there's 28 squares. 432. So I think it has to do with the multiples of 2, right? So the reason why they can't do it with 5 squares, because that's going to be, why can't I draw like a, so let's say we have here 5 squares, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It can't be 5 square, right? Because this would be too much. It will get past here. So I think it is a multiple of 2. So the highest square we could do is 2 to the 4th, right? Because there's 28 squares. Keep in mind, guys, I don't actually know the solution. So there's 28 squares, right? And this is just the summation of 1 plus 2 plus 3 up to 7, right? And this is n equals 7. So there's 28 squares, and we want to find the squares that consist of disjoint squares, right? The largest square is 2. Largest square is 2. So yeah, it would be 16. 2 to the 4th is equal to 16, which is less than 28. I don't know why is it drawing diagonally? It's very strange. Okay, yeah, and 2 to the 5th is 32. Whoa, sorry guys. So 2 to the 5th is 32, and this is greater than 28, so we can't do that. So I'm guessing it has to do with powers of 2. Yeah, and then if you were to keep subtracting by powers of 2, right? So like if I do, so remember we have 28 squares, right? If I subtract 2 to the 4th from 16, right? So 28 is going to equal to 2 to the 4th plus 2 to the, so 1 times 2 to the 4th, 2 to the 3rd, 2 to the 2nd, 2 to the 1st. So 28 minus 16 would get me 12. So that means I could use 2 of, I can't use an 8. Oh, I can use an 8, yeah. So I could use an 8 because I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, so there's 8 of those, so I could use a 1, 8, and then there's 0 4s. I can't use those. And then I have a certain number of 2s. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think it would be so it'd be 16 plus 8 plus 4. Well, yeah, 16 plus 8, 4. You could use one of these. You could use one of 1, 4, and then you have 0 2s. Okay. So in the end, we're gonna have 1, 1, 1, 0, 1, 0. Okay. So I'm guessing it has to do with something with powers of 2, right? Because that's how we get the answer here, right? Now the big question is, how do we get to 7? Make sure there's 7 of these. So we need to make sure there's 7 of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'm guessing it might have to be the coefficients of here. 1 plus 1 plus 1 would be 3. Oh, excuse me. 8. But like, see that's a big problem. Is like if you could beat I have no idea. I don't know what I'm doing. Find the maximum number of different staircases. They can be built using no more than X cells. I think it has to do with like, I'm not sure actually. Not sure. Like if we use This has to be 7 of those, right? So we have 28. It must be 7 of these. So we have 16, which is one giant block. We have 2 4s, and then we have 4 1s. So we have 2 4s. So let's actually not use an 8. So let's clear this out again. So we have 28, and then we have 28, and then we have a few of these. So hi Omar, how you doing in the chat? The first view I got, yay. Look, normally I'm just talking to myself. This is amazing. Have you solved this problem before? Okay. I'm just gonna guess that's a yes. Okay. All right. So we have 28, and then we have what I'm trying to do. If you're new to this chat, right, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to split these these blocks into perfect squares of 2s. Right. So right now there's 28 squares, right? And the reason why it's good is because we could have 7 disjoint perfect squares, right? So like so here we have like this one giant perfect square, so that's 1, and then we have 2 of these 4s, right? And then we have 1 2 3 4 of these 1s. So what I'm doing is I'm just splitting it off by like numbers of perfect squares. So we have one block of 16, right? A block of 16 4 by 4. Then we have 2 blocks of 2 by 2. So we need to add that. So 2 blocks of 2 by 2. And now we need to add 4 blocks of 1s. So 4 blocks of 1s. 4 blocks of 1s. Okay, and then if you were to check these coefficients out, 1 plus 2 plus 4, you should get 7. And that's the same answer as n. Okay? All right, so I'm going to attempt to code this up. Yeah, so we're going to try to find the first largest number, which is we got to do log base of the summation of 1 to n, and then log base of 2 of that, so that'll give me this number of 16, right? Then I'm going to subtract 1 off of that, and then I'm going to subtract 2 to the second, and then 2 to the first. This is 2 to the 0. Okay, and then each time I do that, I'm going to add it to a constant for each coefficient. So 1, 2, and 4. And then if the n constant gets me to my original n equals 7, then it's right. So I'm going to do this mathematically. Okay, guys, maybe I should have done this problem first before we go into the... We're doing the second one. I don't know. Do you guys skip problems? Not sure. Yeah, I'm going to do a series on cracking the coding round for Google. Did I? I don't think I ever went over any Google coding rounds. But yeah, thanks. I'm glad that I helped you, though. Ashish. Is that how you pronounce your name, Ashish? Hi, true nationalist. Are you a real nationalist? How true are you? Where are you guys from, by the way? Yeah, good job for cracking the coding round for Google. I don't know how. I don't think I ever went over any Google problems. Maybe there was one. I don't know. I have no idea. But yeah, congrats on cracking that. But yeah, let's go back to this problem. Let's... Okay, so what we're going to do is that we are going to take the log base of... let's see. Contains an integer x. The number of cells building maximum number of different nice staircases. Oh crap, we have to find the maximum number of different nice staircases. We can't just determine whether n is a nice staircase or not. Oh, that is difficult. In that case, I actually have no idea. See how a tiny change of problem changes the whole problem completely. The maximum number of different nice staircases. No more than x cells. See, I only could figure out like one nice staircase, but yeah, I'm out of luck. I think I'm just gonna go to the editorial. All right. Let's see. Let's prove that the minimum number of squares needed to cover the staircase is not less than n. Why wouldn't it be less than n? N is the height of the staircase. To the highest cell of the staircase is the top left cell of some square. Yes. Sure, yes. Like the top left of one, this top left too is going to be a square. The top left of this is going to be a square also. Maximum top left of this is a large square. Top left of this is going to be this square. Top left of this is going to be this square. Top left of this is one square. Okay, so let's consider a square that covers... Wait, to the highest level is the top left of the square. That's why we need at least n squares. Oh, I thought we were talking about x. Number of different staircases for x, though. Okay, whatever. That's why we need at least n squares. Okay, yeah. You need exactly n squares if and only if the top left of each staircase is a top left cell of some square. Let's consider a square that covers the lowest cell in the last stair. Okay, so like this, lowest cell, last stair. Or do they mean this? What do they mean by this? Could be this one or that one. Okay, I'm going to assume the bottom left. Its top left corner should contain the highest cell with index n plus 1 over 2 for odd. The top left corner should contain the highest cell with n plus 1 over 2. Four. So there's 7 plus 1 is 8 over 2, which is 4. Okay. Okay. So that gives us this. Okay. I was gonna just sum it up and then do log base of 2, but I think that works. I don't know where he got this from. For an odd n. Then the staircase is divided by 2 staircases, each of n minus 1 over 2 stairs. Height. N minus 1 over 2 stairs of height. So each of which... Okay, so 7 minus 1 is 6 over 2, which is 3. So yeah, each of these have a height of 3. These staircases should be nice too. It means the nice staircases are 2 to the k minus 1 stairs high. Yes, I believe that is so. I said it was a power of 2. Where k is greater than or equal to 1. 2 to the k minus 1 series. So if it's like 4, 3, 7, 3, 7, 4, 16, 15, 5. Okay, so they're saying that the top... They're basically making a math statement saying that all stairs are nice if the number of stairs is 2 to the k minus 1. Because then you're able to split it by a power of 2. That's what they're saying. Okay. To maximize the number of different staircases, we should create staircase greedily. Okay, so this is what I was trying to figure out. If n is even, then consider a square that have the lowest cell of the last stair. If n is even, then we can consider a square that will have the lowest cell of the last stair. The lowest cell of the last stair. What does that mean? Lowest cell of the last stair. The top left corner of this square may not contain any top left cells of the staircase, and that's why you will need more than n squares. This means that a staircase with an even height may not be nice. Even height may not be nice. Let's get back to this. Let's see. Okay, thanks. Thanks. I'm glad I helped you. Let's see. Okay. So the even heights. I kind of want to recreate another series of C++ because I didn't really teach you guys that well. But yeah. There's definitely, I could have definitely taught way better, honestly. I'm not gonna lie. Anyway, if n is even, then we can consider a square that have the lowest cell of the staircase. The top left cell of the square may not contain any top cells of a staircase. That's why you need more than n squares. This means that a staircase with an even height may not be nice. We create staircases greedily. If n is even, then we consider a square the case that have the lowest cell of the last stair. I don't understand. Kill Greyjoy. Holy crap. This is insane. Look at these. These problems are difficult. One day I will be able to solve up to E and F. One day. Mark my words, guys. Mark my words. I will be able to solve up to E and F one day. In 2 years. I'm going to, maybe not 2 years, maybe 3 or 4. I'm going to come back to this video and I'm going to be like, wow, how come you weren't able to solve these? One day, guys, one day. Okay, let's go back to this. I don't understand. Because if we're going to, this solution didn't, jury solution, paste bin. What is he doing? 2 to the I minus 1. Oh. Oh boy. Okay, I get what they're doing. They're basically doing what I was doing. You select the maximum power. Oh, excuse me. Greedily select the ones that are powers of 2. So this is the powers of 2. Minus 1 is going to be the, to the n minus 1 is going to represent the, to the k minus 1 is the number, if the staircase is nice, right? So they're going through all nice staircases while it's less than or equal to x. Each time they're doing that, they're subtracting the number of nice staircases. Get s is the total number of n. So that's a summation of 1 to x. N times n plus 1 over 2, I think. Let's see. Summation of 1 to n. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. So I understand what they're doing. Okay. So here, we could actually do this ourselves. We don't actually have to look at the editorial now. Okay. So look, we have x, right? We're going to loop from 1, 0 to x. Actually, 1 to x. During this time of 1 to x, we need to get the number of good values, right? So that's, while the number of good values, we're going to go through all the good squares. So all the powers of 2 that are good squares. So the good squares, they said, is because anything that are 2 to the k minus 1 stays in high, right? And that's because if you were to cut the highest power, you're going to have these 2 squares left, right? So that's why the number of squares of this is always going to be 1 less than the highest power of a 2, right? So if we're going to go through each of these and get the sum of all the numbers, we could subtract the ones that are not good, and then count up the ones. No, we subtract the number of squares that are good, and keep a count of how many there are left, and then that'll be the answer. So maybe I'll have an explanation video explain that. What had just happened to my computer? Sorry guys, something just froze on my computer. Can you still see? I hope you guys can still see. Yeah. Okay, so yeah. So we have to get, so we're going to go through all the good. We need to get we need to sum up all the numbers of, so what we're going to do is we're going to loop from 1 to x. 1 to x is just going to be all the different ways that we could sum up the numbers, right? 1 to x, because we need to count the number of different nice squares, right? So we need to count a sum. This sum is going to, if I give you a value of x, it's just going to return the total sum, which is x times x plus 1 over 2, right? This represents the summation of all the values of the highest staircase. So when I'm summing, in this case, it would be the sum of 1 to 7, and that will give us n plus 1, n times n plus 1 over 2, right? So here we're actually going to keep looping through until while our sum of I is less than or equal to x, okay? And during this meantime, we're actually going to multiply a current number by the power of 2. So we're going to have a answer. Answer is just going to increase every time by 1. Answer is going to increase every time by 1. And while this is the case, we are going to take a power of 2, right? We need to subtract sum by a power of 2. Is that what they did? Yeah. So they're going to subtract x by the power of 2 to k minus 1. Okay. I'm going to give a more in-depth explanation of this. K represents I. Yeah. Okay. So I'll give a more in-depth explanation. For now, I think this would just work. Okay, I understand the other tutorial though, so I'll give an explanation video for both of these problems. But in the meantime, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Let me just submit this, and then I'll be on my way. Wrong answer. All right, what's the problem? 59. 2 to 2 to the k minus 1. That's right. That is what is right, though. Minus equal. Oh, we need to get sum of 2k. My bad. It's sum of this. Okay. Okay. All right. I understand what the logic of what they're doing, so I'll give an explanation video. In the meantime, like if I try to explain right now, it's pretty difficult to explain. But yeah. Time limit exceeded for test 1. What? What's the problem? Infinity. 2 to the I minus 1. That is right. Pow. Sum. X. 1. I didn't use long. My fault. There should be long. Yeah. 2 to the I minus 1. Should be right. Let's see. Yeah. When it's done with this, return 0. Yeah, this should be right. Hold up. Hold up. Unless they don't use fast power. Wrong answer on 1. That doesn't make any sense. This is right though. 2 to the I minus 1. Shifting left is what that is. Shifting left is multiplying by 2, right? Isn't that raising it to a power of 2? Yeah. I don't know. I is 1. I plus plus. To the I minus 1. This. Okay, now it should work. Okay, I'm gonna explain the solution later, and yeah, we'll be on our way. I'm also going to give a lecture video on stable marriage problem, which is an algorithm, and I'll go over that because I'm taking an algorithms class, and I like to explain that to you guys also. But yeah, I'm gonna explain A and B in later 2 videos, and maybe I'll go over C. But yeah, rate, comment, subscribe. I hope you guys enjoy this live stream. I'll